It was a Friday or a Saturday night. I was pre-gaming with some friends in my apartment before going out to a bar in town. One of my friends called the Uber, and we were all pretty drunk, laughing and being loud with typical drunk banter. We got to the bar, and, surprisingly, no wine that night. At some point in the night, I asked for a girl's number whom I'd been talking to. When I went into my pocket to get my phone, I realized I didn't have it on me. I checked all my pockets, and confirmed this. I tried retracing my steps in the bar and asked each bartender if someone turned in a phone. I didn't remember even using my phone the whole time I'd been out, though. I stepped outside the bar with one of my friends to use his phone to call mine. Someone picked up on the other end. I heard the fiddling of the phone, but they didn't say anything. I said, "Hi, where do you find this phone?" just breathing on the other end. I asked them if they were at the bar, but they hung up on me. I looked at my friend and tried calling again. Went straight to voicemail, though. I tried using Find My iPhone, but apparently I had that feature switched off for some reason. This was a pretty sobering experience. There was no way I could have fun knowing my phone was stolen. My friends told me just to worry about it tomorrow, go to the police station, and get their help in tracking it. I went home early that night. I put a couple of slices of bread in the toaster before bed and found my phone on the kitchen counter. It didn't make sense. I signed into it and checked my recent calls, and indeed, someone accepted the call, and it lasted for 25 seconds. Someone had been in my apartment to accept the call. That much was clear. I flipped the place upside down, screaming for whoever it was to come out from where they were hiding. Of course, this had a lot to do with the liquid confidence from drinking so much that night. I finally called the cops, but considering there was no real proof of any forced entry and places to hide are basically non-existent in this apartment, they couldn't do anything besides a police report. Nothing seemed to be missing from my apartment, but going to sleep that night knowing someone had been in my apartment, or even worse, might possibly have still been in there with me, is probably the most uncomfortable night of my life. I was 17 years old, and this happened on a late summer night. My dad and little brother had gone to a Boy Scout campout. My dad was one of the Scout masters. I was home alone with my mom for the weekend. She was already in bed at this point. It was about 2 in the morning, and I was just finishing up my late-night gaming. I had to go to the bathroom one more time before going to sleep. Though sitting on the toilet playing games on my phone, I heard the faintest little tap on the bathroom door. "Mom, was that you?" I yelled. It wasn't Wendy or anything. There didn't seem to be any logical way to dismiss it. Slowly and nervously, I opened the door, but there was nobody there. However, my bedroom door was now shut. I was certain I hadn't shut it. I went over to my mom's room and told her that I thought somebody was in my room. She didn't take me seriously and told me that she didn't know what to tell me. I tried to convince myself that maybe I did shut my door. I opened my door feeling extremely freaked out. And when I snuck a peek into the room, I felt like my heart exploded inside of my chest. I could see a hand sticking out from behind the dresser in the corner of my room. Somebody was hiding there. I ran to my mom's room and lock the door behind me after quietly freaking out, telling her there's a man in the house. She finally believed me and went straight to my phone to call the cops. I put my ear up against the door to try and hear anything going on outside. I eventually heard the man's footsteps come out from my room and slowly come closer to my mom's room until making it right outside the door, then stopping. I could see the outlines of his shoes through the bottom crack of the door. He tried the doorknob, but thankfully it had a lock. It seemed the lock was enough to persuade him to give up because I heard him stomp down the stairs and out the front door. I hurried to the window to see which way the man was heading, but he was already gone.